Hello, my lovely Geminis, and a very warm welcome to your October 2020 horoscope. And I do hope you like the new format. I'm experimenting with things because we do have Uranus in Taurus until 2025, which is going to disrupt our habit patterns, things that we've got used to, get in a little bit of a comfort zone. And so what I'm trying to do is to keep pushing myself out of what becomes very comfortable and into something new. So I'm going to encourage you to do the same. So do give me feedback as to whether you like the little board here, so it enables me to sit down and speak to you very comfortably. You're right here in my lounge with me. So October, the month starts out on the 1st with a full moon happening up here for you in the 11th house, lovely Geminis. And it's joining Mars retrograde. Mars is retrograde there until November 14th. So what does this mean? Well, full moons often bring a sense of knowing you need to make a change in a particular area. And the 11th house has to do with your friends, the people that you work with, the people that are your colleagues, your organizations you belong to, your networks. It's also the house of dreams and wishes, and you might be revising your dream list. Everything's changing now, isn't it? Our world is in a huge transformational shift, and this full moon may bring to you members of your tribe, people that you feel deeply connected with, emotionally, spiritually, on your page. And you might be really calling for that with Mars retrograde. You might be looking at your friendships and social circles and saying, well, this works, but this doesn't quite work. This I want to adapt a little. I want to find more of my soul brothers and sisters. That's the kind of energy that's going on with that new moon. Full moon. Now, on the 3rd of the month, we've got Venus coming into your 4th house. Oh, this is a lovely time for doing something nice around the home, for beautifying your environment in any way that you can. And it might just be, painting a wall. It might just be putting a nice painting up. You might get one of my digital paintings, yes, if you like that kind of thing. But anything that just softens your surroundings. Even if you're just living in one little room, what can you do to uplift it and maybe declutter it to make space? Because when you make space, it feels really good, doesn't it? It's not very nice when you're, stuck on a beach like sardines with other people, or stuck in a bus like sardines. It's interesting that we're having to social distance, but if you really look at it, we like space from one another. We like to come together, but then we like to have a bit of space. Wouldn't you agree, lovely Geminis? And on the 14th of the month, your ruler is going retrograde here in the 6th house. So Mercury retrograde, as you know, it's a time, Geminis, where you try not to sign new contracts, get into new negotiations. Before the month, make sure you save any important documents. Make sure you back up that hard drive, whatever you need to do to make sure you've protected your information. Now, Mercury retrograde here in this 6th house has everything to do with you maybe rethinking your health, your well-being. Is there something you need to do differently? What do you need to learn about health and well-being that might be very supportive for you? I'm going to do a real Gemini thing. I need to balance up my sides here. So half in one side and half on the other. And it's that restless nature of Gemini. Yeah, it's always a little restless. So this Mercury here, you might be doing some deep thinking about your career, your work, what you'd like to do. Maybe you'd like to take it in a new direction. And you might be doing some more writing and sharing. Many of you are wonderful writers and great communicators. So time to really work at that a little more. On the 16th of the month, we've got a lovely new moon happening here in the 5th house, joining the sun. So this is a great month for starting a business, Now, I realize Mercury goes retrograde in the middle of the month, but if you've had the idea rumbling for a while and you've been doing some preparations, then you can still launch during the Mercury retrograde. It's just not a time to start new projects, but this is lovely for romance. It's lovely for bringing out the child within you, for listening to comedy, videos and movies, anything that puts a big smile on your face. And it's also very creative. And on the 23rd of the month, we've got the sun coming into this 6th house. So got quite a lot going on with this 6th, 12th house, which has to do with your work. So you might find new work. You might create a new position for yourself, completely different, completely new. And Uranus here in this 12th house for you Geminis for a while. So many of you are discovering a lot more about your spiritual direction, maybe having dreams, maybe having experiences, out of body experiences, all kinds of new and exciting things happening in your internal world. So this is a wonderful time as well for volunteering, for helping others in some way, even if you can't do something physical. You can do it with your thoughts. Just sending somebody a loving thought can make all the difference in that person's day. Might even make a huge difference in somebody's entire life. And on the 31st of the month, we've got a full moon happening in the 12th house here. So this is taking you very much into your internal world, Gemini. Yes, I know you're always busy doing this, that, and the other. And that's not going to change, and we're not asking that to change, but just some balance. The full moon in the 12th is encouraging you to find silence, to find stillness, to find peacefulness. And it might come in waves with Uranus there. You might find, yes, you get a little moments of it, and then you get the noisy mind again, and back again, you have to somehow just pull it back in. So it may come in waves. So there you have it, my lovely Geminis. I wish you a wonderful month. Thank you for liking, commenting, subbing, sharing. I'm interested to hear your feedback. And from my heart to yours, much, much love. And I shall say bye for now.